Yeah, Coach. Last year, when there were some struggles early on with the defensive backfield and special teams, you stepped in and helped out a little bit in the backfield, and there was sort of a committee effort with special teams. With those things in mind, any changes over the bye week where maybe some responsibilities were shifted? Anybody new brought in? Any changes?
With the secondary and the special teams, no.
I didn't mean that. That was last year as an example.
Oh, no. I mean, we have to get better everywhere. I mean, defense. We did a self scout, heavy duty self scout, starting Sunday of last week, throughout the week, and then finished the week with a focus more towards Colorado. But we got 4 practices in, and then a heavy workout on Friday. So it was not by any means a week off for anybody. Anybody that was available to practice was here, and the staff, we were doing self scout and then opponent scout towards the end of the week on Colorado before we went recruiting. The biggest things are defensively, it's the explosive passes that have really hurt us. And that's not just on the secondary. Obviously, there are plays in the secondary that need to be made that we haven't made, but that's also underneath coverage from our linebackers. It's our rushers up front, and so we need to do a better job of eliminating explosive passes on defense. There are areas like third down where we've been pretty dang good, but overall, for our defense to play better, it's got to be improving in the explosive passes area. Offensively, it's the line of scrimmage has to continue to get better. Run game, pass game, we've given up too many hits, and ultimately that results in some negative plays. We've had too many negative plays. We got to move forward on offense. So, as coaches and as a unit, we got to do things that can move us in that direction. And we've had moments where we've seen the glimpses of what we're capable of, but we need to do that much more consistently.
All right, we'll go to Steve Kroner next from the SF Chronicle.
Yeah, Justin, first, any update on Jack and how was his week last week and what's he looking like this week?
Yeah, he got dinged up in the Washington State game, but rebounded, and we got him a bunch of treatment last week, and he should be good to go. He practiced yesterday.
Is there any hesitation about calling certain plays with him at all? But I'm guessing not if he's ready to go.
No.
Anybody else on the injured list about whom we should know either coming back or going on?
Mason Mangum, unfortunately, will be out for the remainder of the year, as will Akili Calhoun. I don't know if those have been announced yet, but those 2 guys won't be able to be back with us this season. And then the week-to-week guys, Odua, Spencer, again, those are week-to-week, and we'll see. They'd be questionable for this week. We'll see where they're at as of today. And I think, we're hoping to get Chris Street and Aiden Lee back involved with practice this week as well.
Any other questions for Coach Jim or Jesse?
All good.
All right.
Yeah, I'll give you one more if I can sneak one in.
Yeah.
When you're going against a team that is going through a changeover as Colorado is, I know you say you've been certainly last week probably focusing on you, but how does that change or make anything more difficult this week, not knowing exactly what Colorado might do because of the coaching change?
Well, they have good schematics and they have good players. The season, I'm sure, hasn't gone like they wanted it to, but they have our full attention, and we know how difficult it is in college football to win. And you mentioned it. I mean, we got to play better. We got to do what we do better, and they will have wrinkles. They do a really good job offensively of kind of formation, motion shifts, and Mike's a good coach. So I know they'll have wrinkles, and they'll play with some renewed energy. That's traditionally what happens in these scenarios. So we'll expect their best game.
All right, Coach. Looks like That's it. Jake Curtis is actually having some issues. Looks like he's
Okay.
going to send a question. Kyle just said, so let's just hang on here for that one.
All right.
All right, Coach, question from Jake Curtis. He's asking about traveling on road games and if you can talk about the running game a little bit and your thoughts on how that's been over the last couple of weeks.
Well, traveling, we have essentially it's kind of a cookie cutter approach based on how long the flight is. So we'll leave on Friday, be a little bit earlier Friday morning for us, but we'll leave Friday, get out there, get situated, and get into our normal Friday afternoon, evening routine, and then wake up Saturday and play. So really nothing out of the ordinary there. And the second part of the question was the run game. Is that what he was asking?
Yep. Is your thoughts on the run game?
Well, 2 weeks ago it was exceptional, or excuse me, I guess 2.5 weeks ago against Arizona, and then against Washington State it wasn't very good. So we got to find some consistency in there. We've seen what the guys are capable of doing, but as we know, you got to do it week to week, and we don't want to be just a team that does it once in a while. We want to do it each and every week. So it starts up front with the offensive line, and then the tight ends and receivers and the backs, and everybody's involved in the run game, but we got to do a much better job than we did against Washington State.